It's Todd Ault. This is Risk On with my partner Jason Bartholomew. I'm not going to say in crime anymore because we're not in crime. We're in the business of making money legally. It's March 5th. This is the 24th episode of Risk On. It's a habit for you now, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, we're filming this before the market closes, so a little bit of a change here on the radio. This show will be broadcast 1 p.m. on KEIB 1150, the Patriot Network in Orange County and Los Angeles. But I've learned a trick, and that is that actually it's on iHeartRadio too. You can listen to it anywhere in the world. Hey, by the way, something's going on here with the producer. Can someone fix this for me, please?
Yeah.
Hey, so little kinks here and there. It's a new show. But welcome to all of our radio listeners if it's Sunday for you. But this is Friday for us. We're going to talk about the market wrap-up. But first, before the market closes, Congressman Aaron Schock yesterday.
Yeah.
The day before that. Obviously, I'm in a hotel deal with him in New York City. Excuse me, the company is. Obviously, I'm executive chairman of Ault Global on the NYC American. And we own the hotel with him there with other people, other investors. What'd you think of him?
Dude, what a great guy, huh?
I cannot believe the guy hasn't written a book yet.
Yeah, he's got so many, he's so knowledgeable and so many different interests.
He's absurdly talented and behind the scenes making a lot of money in real estate, doing a big hotel deal in Los Angeles.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't see that show, you guys got to catch that show on YouTube. It was a great show. I mean,
you got to catch this. You got to subscribe. You got to ring the bell, make sure people get notified. Well, you don't got to do anything. I would like you to, but what I will tell you, what I need you to understand is the show yesterday was great. Aaron was on the last 20 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
And then I did a podcast with him early in the day, which will be broadcast autonomous, which will be broadcast. I'm going to do a part B, a part C with him, part 1, part 2, part 3. The guy is incredible. Looking forward to his book. Probably looking forward to his movie. One of the youngest congressmen ever. And by the way, has never lost an election. The guy never lost an election.
he won in landslides.
Yeah, crushed it.
So,
hey, so the market's open. Jason, how much time do we have before the market closes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wow, what a day today. What a reversal off the bottom. Jason, where are we? What do you think? What do we look like right now going into the close?
I don't even know where to start on how our day went, but into the close, we're strong. We're very strong. Big reversal. The Dow was up 600 plus last time I looked.
Is it really up 600?
Yeah, I believe so.
Holy Toledo.
Just want to make sure that I'm not giving you guys the wrong information, but yeah.
595 right now.
Okay,
Holy,
yeah.
567.
Yep.
Oh, wow, what a move.
What a strange
off the bottom, right?
Strange day for crypto, the actual, Bitcoin and Ethereum versus the well-known digital currency tickers.
Today I don't even know where to start with disclosure. We talk about every day, full disclosure this, full disclosure that. Let's go with RIOT.
Yeah. I've got it queued up for you too.
At one point today, I'm going to pull it up right now. RIOT
should be there.
Here it is.
There
Let's go live on RIOT. Okay, it's 40.33. This is intraday. You see this here? Look, if it's on the screen now, I'm sure, Brett. Right? Okay, here we go. I'm going all the way down here from 44 and some change, all the way down here. Now I know that no one will believe this, but I actually bought it about right here.
Dude,
okay?
You were dumpster diving all day.
I literally was freaking out. I had a meeting this morning. I'm on my phone, and I look at my account, and I'm down like 700 grand, maybe 600 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm calm. I'm like, and the 32 years of doing this, I got to remind myself, why do I keep cash? And I'm looking at names, and they're getting clipped, dude. And I look at RIOT, and I go, wait a second. I flip over to Robinhood because they have a good crypto quote.
Right.
And it says 48,600. And RIOT's like at 33 or 34 or 35. I'm like, and it's down huge for the day. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. There's this huge disparity. And I think to myself, okay, people are panicking.
Yep.
They're selling what they have winners. They're selling their winners. And I just got long RIOT huge.
Yep.
And it rallied back, and I made a ton of money off the bottom.
For those of you listening on the radio,
oh my God,
what you can't see is on the daily chart for RIOT, left to right, you'll see a very defined stair step going down. You start to question what's going on in the market, and you have to stick to your convictions. Like Todd said, hey, what has changed about RIOT blockchain? Nothing's changed about Riot Blockchain. In fact, Bitcoin is still 47,000, 48,000. They have a great low-cost energy business model where they are able to effectively mine Bitcoin at a very high yield at this price range. So nothing's changed. The business model is simple. Bitcoin is being mined. Bitcoin is being harvested. Bitcoin is at 48,000. They're well above their break-even point. So what Todd did was he went down and we went dumpster diving on $34 Riot, and we had a riot with it. Look at it now. It's trading at, $40.30.
We got paid.
Yeah. Cha-ching for sure.
Yeah.
So you have to just psychologically, this trading profession, it can definitely make you second guessed, but you have to just keep a clear head, keep a clear mind. Even go outside, take a walk around the block. I'm not kidding. Step away from the computer and then come back and feel refreshed and then just gather your thoughts. And, it helps because Todd has so much experience compared to me. We have different trading strategies and styles, but we can offer each other,
Sure.
information and, it helps balance everything.
Plus, the high octane names. I usually I'm in the icons, the Boeings, the stuff. The high octane names is really your specialty.
Yeah.
And I trade off of kind of that. But I got massively long Clover. I think actually, there so much happened today. I don't even know where to start.
The market just closed.
I know it did. And I want to say I got long. I'm not joking. Okay. For those of you who watch this show and know Palantir, I'm a fan of Palantir. And just 2 days ago, Kathy Wood bought like 2.6 million shares.
Yep.
The thing was under 21 today. I loaded up on Palantir under 21. And it rallied back like a mother back to 23.98.
Yep.
I think it was still down on the day, but from the low, which was near 20. Now, that's a 20% move in Palantir from the bottom.
And another one I want to talk. I got
Holy Toledo, was it huge. Today was crazy.
Yeah.
Today was a crazy day, and it was sickening at one point.
And I've got Tesla queued up too because you talk about.
I made money in Tesla.
Yeah, I've got it queued up for you.
I'm too excited.
Yeah,
I bought Tesla down 71.
Let's bring it up the chart. It
doesn't
second
seem
from your
possible.
left. For the radio listeners.
Okay, so Tesla's still down 23.
Right. 23.
I literally bought the stock, and at one point it was down 71, and I was done like 20 grand.
Go to the very bottom there.
No, I just want, for the record, because I know that people think I'm nuts.
No, I know.
But I want to show you. Look at this. This is my gain in Tesla for today.
Right? I see it.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go for year to date, right? Stay on the mic. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go for the year to date. This is my year to date gain. At one point, I was down 20,000, 23,000 on Tesla. And that's what I made today, over $5,000, right? And I had a $20-something thousand ride on this thing.
Absolutely.
And it's still down 23.
Where did you buy? For the radio listeners?
Oh, I bought it in the 580 range, and it went down to 540.
Okay.
It was sick.
Yeah. And now, if everyone, actually, it's 595 in the aftermarket. It's down just 0.5%. Today's intraday low, just to give everyone an idea here. Hold on one second. It was actually down to
Are we able to pause
540. Absolutely.
Not for the radio program. We can't pause, can we? Well, I got an important call coming through. That stuff happens in the middle of a live call. Call Will, let him know.
Absolutely.
If it's an emergency, I'll step out. Jason can take the show. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about listeners. Unfortunately, I have a day job. Fortunately, I'm very grateful I have a day job, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're new to the show, we talk about risk, and we talk about trading. We talk about poker. We talk about anything that involves risk, including driving fast.
We're going to be talking
guns,
about
ammo,
baseball betting soon.
I don't know what the risk is in baseball. They might get hit in the head or something.
No, we're going to be betting on
step
baseball.
out and call him,
yeah, we're going to be betting on baseball.
Or text him and let him know. Hey, I just want to go through some full disclosure today about where we get talking about the market now that it closed. CLII, which is climate change, they're buying EVgo.
That's a SPAC.
Traded that today. Traded Tesla today. Traded Clover today. Traded Riot today. Bought the triple Qs in the hole. Traded FRX, FST, Apple, Palantir. What a day.
Yeah. So let's look at the numbers. The Dow is finished up plus 572, 31,496. NASDAQ was actually strong into the closing. Everything was strong into the closing. The psychology of the market from the past few days, with Jerome Powell speaking, with the bond market, with inflation looming, with the stimulus plan looming. I mean, it was good to finish up on a Friday here.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, Fridays are usually just a sell-off profit-taking day, but it looks like there was an appetite for a lot of people, including yourself, to go ahead and do some bottom feeding, buy some cheapies, if you will. So the NASDAQ was actually up plus 196, 12,920. The S&P finished up 73 points, 3,841. Wow, what a swing, huh?
Yeah, I got to tell you, a lot of swing in Rocket today.
Big.
It was down harder today.
Yeah.
It's
Rocket's queued up on your screen. It should be.
Yeah, let's go to the screen live.
After
if we
market,
can.
it's up. Okay.
Let's go through this real quickly. Shoot, I messed that up here. Sorry, guys. We make mistakes live on the air here, don't we?
Go to the.
Let's go to the Dow Jones real quick, right? So, Dow Jones up 587, up 1.9%, right?
Yeah, actually, the numbers I see here are.
Want to walk us through it real quick?
Plus 572. I just gave the totals.
Did you?
Yeah.
You give them all?
Yep.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Sorry. The VIX sold off for sure.
Yeah.
Russell was up. We're live right on Rocket.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rocket opens and it rockets right down.
Yep.
Left to right, if you are radio listener, Rocket's around 27 and some change at the open, 28, 27.81. Within 2 hours, Rocket's 23.62.
And what did you do?
I got pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah. Pissed
And
at me. He was probably pissed at me. A little bit.
Go
ahead.
I'm not saying I was mad at you, but
Yeah,
you got to
you
remember,
were.
like,
It's
I was
okay.
looking at this going, we're pretty heavy in Rocket.
We are.
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, we admit.
Yeah.
And I think I did some miscalculation. Maybe I did or didn't, but I thought at one point we had like $3 million in Rocket. And that's as a percentage of our portfolio, it's a big number.
Yeah.
Right? Not the end of the world.
Right.
Because we have a decent-sized portfolio, but
Yeah.
it was a big number. And it was getting hit really hard.
I know.
And they kept selling this guy, all right? So I look at the overall market, everything's down, and I'm thinking to myself, rates aren't that high.
Right.
And it has a dividend. So at $23.75, I'm thinking a buck dividend, $1.11. I'm going to own this in at 22 after they had a great quarter. I'm betting on Dan Gilbert. I got long like crazy.
Yeah.
I bought 30,000 shares.
That's a big buy.
Something in that range.
Yeah.
I think when you came into my office, I said, dude, we're long like 105,000.
It was.
So we were fully committed, right? And it rallied back.
Very
and we
much
made
so.
good money off of it.
We did. In
Now,
fact,
for full disclosure, we are long Rocket. We I think we sold on about 75,000 shares
Yeah.
of Rocket. I'm not uncomfortable with it, and I like volatility. I'm just uncomfortable with the volatility being straight down from 40. For the listeners, for everyone who pays attention to the show, understand that we sold Rocket the other day at 46
yeah, that's
and 45.
right.
Like, it seems like a year ago, but it was 2 days ago.
Well, for the YouTube channel, pull up the 5-day. Just click over on the 5-day.
Okay, so
and then we'll talk.
This is just a few days ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up the 5-day, Brett, so we can go to that screen.
I mean, look at that.
So people are going to say, you liar, Todd. You sold it at 41.99. No, in the pre-market, it was 46.
Yes.
And we did. We sold
Yeah.
45 and 46.
It actually almost hit 50.
And then I'm stupidly buying it back on the way down. Now, I'm going to look at year-to-date, and I think year-to-date it's still up $5, right?
Let's take a look.
Right, there's year-to-date up $5, up 25% for year-to-date,
Yep.
right?
Correct.
But relative to its move, it's going to pay $1 dividend. It's buying back stock. This is a fight. I
Yeah.
can see that this is a fight.
It
The
is.
shorts are trying to get heavy.
Yep.
Dan and what's his name, Jay Farner.
Yep.
He's
Jay
buying
Farner.
stock back.
And they don't like shorts. They're just they
There.
have these,
And so
yeah.
I just made a decision to bet with Dan and
Yeah.
Jay.
And
I
the
just
thing
did.
the thing is that's just a special dividend. That's not the quarterly.
I just made a decision to stay with it.
I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of money in other names like that are far less quality than Rocket.
Oh, for sure.
Not as much, but we'll do like $1.5 million in some sort of name we're activists in, stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of made sense to me that we were going to get long.
Yeah.
And just want to make sure, for full disclosure, we are long. We're not recommending Rocket. We're just telling you what risks we're taking, how we take them. The show is for entertainment purposes only. It's designed to explain to you in the mind of a guy like me who's been doing it for 30 plus years, a guy like Jason who takes different risk, is more of a short-term trader, high octane, high beta, high alpha trader. Was it high beta or high alpha? Probably high alpha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, there's
and
no
then,
beta.
And then you're a poker player and
Yeah.
a former baseball player, former major league baseball player in the minor leagues. Got dropped. You got free agent, right?
That's funny.
And so it's a good contrast for us to understand what kind of risk we take. We buy different lots. I'm long Boeing, and I don't trade Boeing.
Right.
I'm long Icon Enterprises, not trading that. And then I'm activist in some stocks where I'm trying to effectively change something at the company. And then we have our volatility portfolio. To say that Rocket isn't volatile is an understatement.
It kind of it fulfills all the criteria actually.
For
so,
sure.
I have a couple of other.
I want to go back to, if we could, real quick. Is it possible to go to SOS for a second? Can we pull that up on screen?
It should be. It's right there.
Yeah. Okay. Brett, are we live on SOS?
Yeah.
I want you to walk me through this because you called me late last night and said get long.
Yeah. SOS.
And what's interesting, I want to be clear here. Here's the opening, right? Here's the opening SOS.
Mm-hmm.
It's $7.19.
Yeah.
Now tell me how I bought it for $5.90 today.
Well, we put in bids like prior to 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I said, "Hey, Todd." During dinner we were kind of talking about stuff and what's undervalued. And SOS, let's
stay on that screen.
I scoured the internet, okay, and I found the actual videos of where SOS was mining in China. And all their executives were there. They did a video because what happened was Hindenburg Hindenburg is a notorious short hedge fund. They did a hit piece on SOS, claiming that they didn't have an office, they weren't mining anything. So I happened to find the mining videos, and shout out to some of the folks on Reddit that helped me out there. And I started looking at them. I was like, well, okay, this looks great. I mean, these guys are they have the ability to mine at a cheap cost. They've got a nice set of rigs set up, so we're going to go ahead and make a play on SOS because nothing's changed except for the hit piece on their company. And we staggered some bids, 590 up to 620. I think we got our position at 30,000 shares, full disclosure, at about $6.10. Now, it might not seem like a home run play, but today we were able to make a nice profit on SOS. It's after hours at $6.53. I think we made about 30 cents on the trade.
I think we made more than that. I think we sold it for $6.50.
Okay, $6.50.
But I think people need to understand. I want to stay on the screen, Brett. I don't know why I put my glasses on. For those of you who are on the radio, we bought it down here. So we bought it here. It's about, just call it $6. It opened at $7. We're up $1.
Yeah.
Right. We added to it during the day.
Yeah.
As it pulled back here. Right.
Yep.
We added to this position.
Yeah, we did get an initial fill around 610.
Right. And we added to the position. Then it went down to 540. The market was getting clipped.
Yeah.
The stock was down 42 cents on the day, but you wanted to be long the miner. Yep. You had showed me some Chinese research. I don't know what it was. I couldn't really open it up. I had to trust you had it right. So I'm like, I don't know what this says.
Yeah, right.
You're like, oh, it's long miners. I was getting texts from others. Todd, take a look at SOS.
Oh, okay.
Interesting chatter about that, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say here is on Interactive Brokers, on Webull, at 1 a.m. Pacific time, you can start trading, which is insanity because that's when you and I start trading. I don't know how we are alive.
Seriously,
but I am getting some sleep now. I only trade for 30 minutes, go back to sleep.
Yep.
Because what you've taught me is, and you did teach me this. It's Captain, logic, right? Obvious. Oh, excuse me. Beep. It's Captain Obvious stuff. But what you said was put some orders in ahead of time.
Right.
Which made sense, but I didn't realize you could kind of do that the way we were doing it on the system. So I put orders in, and they got filled.
Some people are lazy. I'm going to be honest. Here's a pro tip for you guys. Some people leave good to canceled orders up, and what'll happen is it'll trigger them, and we'll be able to get. That happened recently with another ticker. I think we were able to scrape the bottom with some orders that wouldn't. Oh, you know what it was? It was KMPH. The initial fill on KMPH was down into the $12 and $13 range when it actually went parabolic to $20 pre-market.
Right.
So
we talked about SOS on episode 20 and about the movie. You started to see some movement. Then Hindenburg came out. That was kind of a little scary.
Yep.
But the point here is those of you who are actively trading, if you don't have access to the early hours, you're missing out on opportunities to see really a variance in the way things trade. And some of them trade way off relative to, like, talk about Germany. Remember we were looking at one where it's trading in Germany, the same shares.
Yeah.
And the discrepancy was pretty big.
I look at the Frankfurt market to get an idea of how the tickers are trading if they're available on the German market. And then I look at the euro and then convert it to USD, and I look at the volume so I can kind of compare, like, is this thing trading? Does it have liquidity? And that gives us a good idea of the indicator of how it's going to open on the US market. So that's a good tip to have. Like, if you just want to look about 2 hours prior to the US market opening, you can get a look at the Frankfurt, Germany market and see what's going on over there. And that gives you an idea of how it might trade on the U.S. market. It totally might not, but at least gives you something to use as a go by. So
Bitcoin 49,101 and Ethereum 1538.
Yeah,
right. That huge spread today in Bitcoin. Probably you had me sell this though.
I did, just because we had a profit, and the markets. Okay, we feel great.
You felt like you needed to take something off.
Yeah, for sure. After this week.
You think a lot of times it's psychological, whereas you're getting beat up and you finally have a couple winners.
It is.
You still have long positions, but you got to take something off.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So
we got some heater risk going on with Rocket companies.
Yeah.
Right? So your logic is let's take something off. And interesting thing is Rocket company still closed down 6.85% of the day.
I know.
And $1.84, it's trading at 25 in the aftermarket.
Right.
RIOT 39.95, down 4 for the day. Still down 10% with crypto up. I'm going to say that again. Bitcoin 49,000.
Mm-hmm.
RIOT down 10% to close at 39, call it $40, but was 34. So at one point it was getting annihilated.
And you had the conviction to buy the bottom.
I had the stupidity to do it,
well,
but I did it. Yeah.
When you have the capital to allocate, and nothing's changed, then you might as well, if you feel like nothing's changed, then you might as well buy when they're giving you these opportunities to buy. And look, it's bright red today, and we still have a profit.
What exactly? Remind me what happened on the NASDAQ. Did it reverse?
Yeah, it did reverse. The producer's telling me to. I'm on the mic, right? Am I? Okay.
Oh, I'm not on the mic.
Okay. I thought it was me.
Hey, you guys, we're not Hollywood stars like all these other people. We're sitting here doing our job, right?
Yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about oil.
Yes.
$66 plus a barrel.
What do you make of that?
Well, what I make of it is the president has come out and said no new permits on federal land. Okay. So countries opening back up, demand is increasing largely, supply is going to be squeezed. We were energy independent with the last administration. I don't think we're heading in that same direction. That's kind of concerning to me.
What's the purpose of not letting anyone drill new oil on federal lands? I'm just curious. What's the actual political reason why? Is it just because they want a Green New Deal?
It's their ideology. It really is. It's climate change. It's their ideology.
Ideology is send the money to the Saudis?
Yeah, and then start new wars. We're bombing again. Like, I don't really want to get into that. I just want to tell the American people. It
kind of sounds like you do want to get into
I don't, but here's the thing.
It feels like you do, actually.
Well,
you bring it up like the way you say it is you do want to get into it. But it's like saying to a girl, I'm trying to think about this, it's like the takeaway clothes. Like, I don't really want to go out with you, but if you can make it,
All right, well, I want to approach it from an economic standpoint. I don't want to approach it from a political standpoint. So you're getting a pay cut, okay? It's disposable income that's being flushed down the drain because you have to pay more at the pumps. So it's essentially a pay cut for the American family. That's what I wanted to get at.
Mm-hmm. I think it's legit.
Okay.
That's a legit concern. I'm by the way, I'm with you. I just wanted to flush it out with you as to what your concern was.
Yeah. Well, you know how I stand with energy independence. It's freedom.
I saw you in the Congressman, and you were quoting bills and he's calling other congressmen. Yeah, it was incredible. You're like a lobbyist.
He called Representative. Well, I don't want to use his name.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
But anyway, he called one of his former colleagues, and we talked about the bill itself. He didn't recognize the bill number, but then when he talked about what the actual bill was, he instantly knew about it and was, discussing it. So, yeah, things get done up there. A lot of times politicians, they end up being lobbyists after the fact, which is another dynamic in Washington. So,
right. Let's go through. You have a lot of stocks you want to go through?
I wanted to talk about what we did with Clover, and I have a screen that I wanted to show people, and I can explain it to the radio.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
We're going to pull up Clover.
Okay.
Okay, now I pulled up Clover. It's $7.95 in the aftermarket. For full disclosure, I did sell a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Because I bought a ton of it in the hole.
So
this is the 5-day.
And I'm interested in the 5-day also. But let's look at the 1 day's fine for now.
Okay. So I want you to know here for a second, for the viewers or for the listeners on the radio, it opens at 769. I want you to know that it was down here at 6 something and some change. It was puking up. Now keep in mind this was 10 earlier in the week.
Yes.
I just gave up and bought a bunch of it.
Well, it got a short attack also.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to look at was would you do me a favor and go to the 5-day, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Okay. So go to the 5-day, and we'll talk about where you said it was above 10. It was actually close to 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see for the listeners on the radio, it gradually sold off. A lot of shorts were taking advantage of the news where one of the hedge funds came out and talked about some possible situations with some of their healthcare facilities. So they just kind of did a hit piece on CLOV. And actually, now that we're looking at the 1 day, it actually recovered nicely. And Todd, if you would I wanted to look at the next page over on the screen to the right, the tab to the right. Okay.
Okay.
It's the naked short report.
Got it.
Okay. So I don't know if the viewers can see that, but
we got to tell the people on the radio.
What I wanted to stress was the amount of short interest in the short report that comes out on the nakedshortreport.com. You can get an idea of the percentage of the volume that was short on the day. You can see that the actual amount of shorts was decreasing, and they had taken they have gotten their blood from the ticker, from the company, and they had released it back to the to the longs, and the longs started to buy the dip, and now that's what we did, and we were able to show a nice profit on that. In fact, I think you were able to. Did you exit the position today, or
no? I still have 10,000 left.
Okay,
but I doubled up, so I made all that back, and so actually, ironically, brought my cost basis lower, and now I'm long it, and I'm actually. I actually have a profit in Clover.
So this is just an example of how shorts and longs they go back and forth. It's kind of like a ping pong match. Sometimes it's not fair. Life's not fair sometimes. Sometimes they'll come out with some information that is definitely has some untruths to it, and it's your job as an investor or as a trader to dissect the information and to see what could possibly, how it could possibly affect the stock short term, how it could affect the stock long term, and then you make calculated risk based on that information. And in this example, we were looking at it and we decided that we were going to take advantage of the sell-off, and we went ahead and we bought it, and we were able to, in fact, we still hold it, and we were able to make a nice swing trade on it. So this is just one example of a stock where something happens negatively, and you can turn it into a positive.
Yeah, you almost have to have a plan. Well, you do have to have a plan before you go into it, right? And I always plan to have cash to be able to buy on the way down.
Right.
Because I always have this feeling that, if I buy right away, it goes up, I know I'm right. But I'm usually have to bet on that I'm entering at the wrong time. And I know people hate that because there's all these services that tell you, I can sell you this thing and we'll tell you when to buy. You don't know when to buy.
No.
Sorry. You can use technical analysis. I saw Carter Worth talk about the S&P rolling over the other day. He was dead right.
Yeah.
But did he tell you today that it was going to roll up? You never know, right?
You don't know.
Right.
I mean, it's just a game of imperfect information, kind of like poker. You don't have all the information. You know what you're holding. You can have a range or an idea or a guess of what your opponents are holding based on their bet sizing, their poker, their psychological tells, body language, stuff like that.
When I saw Kathy Wood buy Palantir 2 days ago, and today it was near 20.
Right.
I was thinking this thing's hard off enough. I mean, it's down hard enough that they're going to let this thing bounce a little bit. And was I willing to put money in when the things are the bleakest at that moment? What's fundamentally changed? Interest rates are going to be at 1.6, 1.7 on the 10-year.
Yep.
There's going to be a steeping of the yield curve so the financial stocks can make some money.
Yeah.
But rates short term are still zero.
Yeah, the banks are enjoying this. They're going to make some money for sure.
Little reinflation, right?
Yeah.
Reinflate.
When you talk about that situation, for those of you that don't realize it, we're talking about the fund ARK. And Kathy Wood, that's her fund. So it's heavily
What happened to her today?
It's heavily invested in tech. Oh, the swing. We need to look at that one.
God, that swing was huge.
Oh, we need to look. So what Todd was discussing is that fund is heavily involved with tech stocks, and the NASDAQ has been getting crushed. So, and the overall markets were getting crushed, but the blend of stocks in that fund are tremendous.
Right.
So he was betting on that bounce, and it was a good bet.
Yeah. I was betting that it was extended.
Yeah.
Right. And that people still have liquidity. It's a very liquid market. Yeah. And they're eventually going to get their heads straight and go, hey, I can buy Tesla down by 50%.
A lot of those tech stocks were actually, so for example, like a Facebook, like a PayPal, they were bouncing off the 200 moving average. I noticed that.
I was really comfortable when Facebook was down 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not Facebook.
No, it was Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. I'm just doing the market wrap up at the same time here. When Tesla was down that hard, and I am checking stocks while I'm talking to you guys. So those of you on the radio think there's a little bit of a delay. It's just that we got a live active market going on here.
Yeah.
When Tesla was getting crushed, and I really want to say it came off was it about $900?
Yeah, it was.
It was about $900.
I think it was $880.
Yeah, I think it was actually So Tesla was still down 27. But the high for the day here was 627. I'm trying to figure out what the high of the year was, though. Yeah, $900 and $900.40.
It did touch 900. Okay.
Right. And the low for the last 52 weeks is $70.
Wow.
In Tesla.
I didn't realize that.
Right. So when it was off 50% today from the highs,
yeah,
I had no choice.
Yep.
Because it's too popular of a name. People are going to go bottom fishing.
Yep.
Can you make some money at it? And of course we did, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like in sports betting, for example, like the New York Yankees, a super solid team with a great bullpen and great starting pitchings and a potent offense. They might lose 4 games in a row. They might get swept by the Red Sox. It's a rivalry series. But then they go and they take on, for example, just like a Miami Marlins or a Tampa Rays with a bad pitcher. And the bet there is that they're going to bounce back. They're going to throw their ace. They're going to come out, and they're going to come out and bounce back. It's a similar situation where you're just kind of betting on the odds that your stock or your team is better than the other team, and
over time you're going to win.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So that's kind of the same philosophy.
But you could use the argument that even though we thought over time we're going to win, so far with rocket companies, short term, very very short term, at $24.92 in the aftermarket, down $1.94.
Right.
We've short term lost on that deal.
But listen, but when we have sold some position of rocket, we have sold green.
Hey, you want to talk about that today?
So yeah, I mean,
because we got really heavy long rocket, right?
Yeah.
And we're just trying to give you guys philosophy. We got heavily long rocket, and let's see, I'm trying to think about what time I was filming. So about 11:30, we started to get a rally,
right?
And Skylar comes in and says, "Hey, you got to film, right?" She's like,
yep,
in her own get your butt up here and get in the other room. She's telling me to get out, right?
Right.
It's about 12 o'clock.
We were taking some off intermittently.
It was getting, for sure.
Yeah.
And so we went from 30,000 and we took it down to 20.
Yeah.
And ended at 18.
Yes.
Because we eased back into a rally that was almost to 26.
Correct.
25.75, 25.68. You're having me feed in a little bit, right? Because we were pretty heavy into it.
Yep.
It seemed like the right move. So we're trading around the position.
Do you think
this drives people crazy because they think they have the best entry point. They're not. So there's a couple people that, I'm trying to get people to think about a risk on strategy. Some people want to buy it and not trade it.
Right.
And that's a fine philosophy.
Sure.
But we do this for a living.
The thing is, you have the 2 accounts set up in such a way that you can have a core position and you can have your long positions in your 13D filings.
Sure.
And then you can have the other account where we're taking on the volatility.
Sure.
And you've explained that in the past.
I have.
And that's exactly what we did today. We were able to take that swing trade intraday position, and we were able to sell that for profit on every single trade. And everyone knows you don't take a loss until you sell. So we're down.
Say that, but hey, the reality is we traded around the positions. Don't think though that this morning I wasn't, a little bummed.
Oh yeah, for
we
sure.
We were like, wow, this is but see, I know my inner kind of monologue.
Mm-hmm.
I know my own feelings on the subject. And when I'm at a point where I'm like, this is really heavy, and it was really heavy.
It was.
I mean, it was. I'm going to give everyone for an account, this particular account, this $3 million account had a $700,000 swing.
Yes.
I'm not happy, right? And it swings back $500,000 on the day. That tells you there's a lot of volatility, right? But we leveraged up when we were down, getting clipped pretty hard, right? That's not for everyone, but you got to think about. You have to understand why you own things. I know why I own everything I own.
Yeah.
And I encourage people to understand that, because they want to turn a trade into an investment. They don't know why they buy it in the first place. Their friend told them about it. And for the average person who doesn't want to spend the time trading and understanding the risks they're taking, they got to go buy ETFs or mutual funds, put the money in the S&P 500. I've always told my wife, if I die, put all the money in the S&P 500, dollar cost averaging over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually the philosophy I told her. Put the money in the S&P 500, but not all at once.
Right.
Take the money, average in over 24 months, and then take out 8% a year. Every single year, the S&P will earn with some dividends and annual returns.
Oh, yeah.
You won't run out of money, in my opinion.
That's pretty interesting you say that, because I take that philosophy with precious metals, the actual metal itself. I dollar cost average with silver and gold, where I'll make purchases every month. And over, several years, over 5 years, you're going to accumulate a nice stack of silver, a stack of gold, and you're going to take away the variance in the market. So you're going to actually, over the long run, you'll build up a nice portfolio of metals, and you won't even, excuse me 1 second, you won't even, it won't even phase you. Like, you won't even realize what the cost is. It's just a low variance way to accumulate. So I like that.
Interactive Brokers has been down the last 10 minutes. It's just literally down. It says, due to technical difficulties, clients may not be able to connect to their web or mobile desktop trading publishing. We are working to address the issue. I bet you are.
We got that brokerage because it offers a huge flexibility with the trading hours.
Right.
And I've spoken about Robinhood before regarding how they hamstring you in your ability to make trades, to be nimble when times are tough or when there's a lot of volatility. Like, for example, at 2 a.m. Pacific time, Todd and I might be able to trade in and out of a stock that has a ton of volatility. And guess what? The folks on Robinhood, they're sleeping for another 3 hours. They can't even access another 4 hours. They can't even access their money. Why would you want a brokerage where you can't access your money when other people can? It can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. So,
I wasn't a big fan about this topic, but you're actually true now that I see it. Robinhood doesn't let you trade till 6 o'clock.
They hem you up.
Pacific time, yeah.
You're hemmed up.
It's really retail in the sense they don't trust. Think about it. Robinhood saying, we don't trust you to trade pre-market.
Yes, and the philosophy.
We'll only give you 30 minutes before the market opens.
And that's the Robinhood Gold. You have to pay extra for that. Did you know that?
I paid the Robinhood Gold.
They give you some instant credit.
30 minutes before
yeah,
the
30
market
minutes before the market. That's their little.
They give you instant credit.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're on the radio or you have the RHeart app, we're so happy you joined us. You can catch more of the show if you just search my name, Todd Ault, on YouTube, TODDAULT, or Risk On. Check out and subscribe to our show. We're on every single day after the market, a couple hours later. But hey, are we telling everybody?
What are we doing?
On Monday.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to wait?
We want to do it at the end of the day?
Nah, let's go ahead.
We're going to do the show live Monday. We're doing a show live on Monday. What about that? What do you think about that?
We'll do it live.
Doing it live.
So
I'm excited.
You think we're bad now? Wait till we do it live.
I think Josh is saying 1 p.m. Are you saying 1 p.m., Josh? Are you talking about Sunday? Oh, yeah. We're doing it live right after the market. Yeah. So this is truly going to convert to a show that's a live broadcast right after the market. Hey, we're going to compete with CNBC.
I better get my bleep together.
Yeah, hey, are we going to have a delay, Brett? Oh, we're going to no. Oh, so if I say a bad word, uh-oh.
So if I stumble and I say something,
you know what's great? If you stumble, you stumble.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
People appreciate that we're real people.
Okay.
I mean, look at me, Josh. I'm overweight, but I've been on a diet since Monday.
You're actually crushing it.
I am.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I had too many stone crabs this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, those crazy. Those were gigantic.
The ones last
night at the Water Grill, we had the biggest stone crabs, dude. It was I thought I was gonna have some, and we ordered like 6 of them. They were like the size of a basketball. It was crazy.
Did you like that place?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
You were a fan of it?
I tried the sea bass.
I guess since I'm on a diet, I shouldn't probably have those Moscow Maritimes.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah, it probably wasn't appropriate, was it? But I had no choice. It was fun. I rarely drink. That was a good time.
Yeah.
This is a weekly wrap-up. We got about 15 minutes left for the wrap-up. I had an interesting week with you, Jason. It was really a good trading week. What do you like for next week? What do you think of the market? We're in March. We're going into the second week of March.
Traditionally, March and April are not good months for the market. And obviously, there's a couple of factors into that. Well, you have the tax situation, obviously. So April 15th is the deadline.
Right.
So there's always that. But let's see what happens for Monday. Can we carry the momentum into Monday? What do you think?
I think we do.
Yeah?
Yeah. On the crypto side, I wonder what happens with crypto over the weekend. I think crypto's got to feel emboldened. I think people who've seen Tesla give back half are probably licking their wounds a little bit.
I think I'm going to make a bold statement.
Okay, let's go do it. Bold statement coming from Jason.
I think we have a really good week next week. I think the stimulus checks, I really do.
Now, I saw that they made one of the Republicans made him read the whole bill till 2 a.m.
That was incredible.
Yeah, the whole bill.
I loved it.
Does that mean they're going to vote on it soon?
Yeah, well, they have to. The Senate has to vote on it, and they got to make their amendments, and then back to the House, and then to Biden's desk.
So when do you think it's actually going to be signed and announced that we're putting $1.9 trillion in the economy? That's kind of what you have in your checkbook, right, Skylar?
I think it'll be by March 12th, Friday.
March 12th.
Yeah.
I think it's signed, sealed, and delivered, and signed by Biden.
Yeah, and I think the anticipation of it will be enough to help the markets for sure.
Hey, when's the State of the Union?
That was supposed to be last month.
What happened?
They
had to have masks on, so they didn't do it?
Can I tell you what happened?
Oh, God.
Their handlers didn't let him give it.
Really?
His handlers did not. Did you see him the other day? He's like, I'll take questions if that's what I'm supposed to do. And they turned off the mic for Biden. He wasn't allowed to answer any questions.
Is it your thesis? I know we got to be careful here. Is it your thesis that, because I've seen him be very lucid, he seems sometimes to be very lucid, but you have a thesis that he is struggling, right? You do have a thesis,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right, so
cognitively for sure, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's sad.
Yeah, I can't say the word for sure, but there does appear to be some. Well, he's older.
Yeah.
I mean, I got cognitive problems. I'm 51.
I don't think you do at all. I think you're sharp.
Really?
Yeah, you don't miss anything.
Oh.
How the heck?
I don't miss a meal. No. Josh knows.
Dude, you're like all over the place. I don't even know how you do it. You got 2 phones, they never stop. 3 phones, they never stop. You've got employees from all angles.
In 3 continents.
Yes. Yeah. And time, you got, in different time, obviously time zones. You got calls, you got meetings.
Wife.
And you're trading.
4 kids.
Yeah, and you're living in 2 states.
Yeah, a little crazy.
How in the hell?
And New York, 3 states. But I not back as much.
That's true, 3 states.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when you actually get a little more settled.
And some haters and some lovers.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you don't have any haters, that means you're not doing things right. So.
But the haters think I give it. I don't.
We love the haters. It's okay.
Hate me all you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got a plan, 10-year plan. Get out of my way.
That's
2 years into a 10-year plan.
Yep. So
I'm pretty stoked. This is show number 24, and I think it's been fun doing this with you. I'm hearing we're going to go to more. Well, I guess I learned from Brett today that we're on the iHeartRadio network also, and so you can listen to us globally.
When we go live, though, listen, I think we'll be able to do some other. I'm teasing it, but we might be able to do a couple of more look-ins on the market.
Right. So we're going to go live Monday. If that works out, we're going to go live the rest of the week. That's the plan. And then in a few weeks, Brett's going to turn it on so we can start taking calls. I don't know how that's going to work. Give us a little break here. Yeah. We're learning how to do it here. Yeah. And those of you who are haters, you're going to be able to call in. We'll be able to talk directly.
Yeah,
so exciting.
Listen, we support free speech.
We do.
Support
as long as you don't cuss.
Yes.
Or threaten anyone. Call in and let's talk.
Absolutely.
We will never talk about the stock that I'm the executive chairman of, because that's not going to be okay with anyone.
We'll take scrutiny though.
Yeah, but
We'll
I'm
take
not talking. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about
that.
things that I'm the CEO.
No, scrutiny
or
and how we can
executive chairman.
how we can improve the show.
Oh, for sure.
And how we can improve our trading even. And just insight.
Yeah, we're not that good traders.
Yeah, so
we're okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Morgan, I know you're asking for some coaching. Trust me, you don't want to be coached by me. That's a shout out to Morgan, by the way. I hope you're doing well in Turks and Caicos. She was on a horse the other day on the beach.
Yeah.
Felt very bad for her. It sounded like a great time.
Now
really,
that's the
really sad down there riding that horse.
She's got a screen name or something, right?
I'm not going to say it.
I won't say that. Okay. So yeah, eventually what we'd like to do is just create a little more content live, create some content in the lifestyle sector of the Las Vegas. We're living here. Maybe you'll get a little bit of content on the Strip, for example. So yeah.
If you comment on the videos and ask a question, we're going to answer them on the air too. So that's important. You can start doing that for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I have dug my heels in, probably stupidly, on rocket companies.
Yeah.
If you own Rocket through the end of the day on Monday,
yep.
On Tuesday you get a big fat dividend.
That's right.
I think things calm down there. I would be remiss if I did not ask you what happened to GameStop today, because I didn't look at it.
It was up.
Yeah.
5%, I believe.
Oh, wow. Let me...
but listen, it's holding that... It's holding one... What is it?
Let me pull GameStop up.
Yeah.
First, Brett. Hold on 1 second. And, oh, my.
You know they've kind of made peace on Reddit.
Okay, Brett, let's go live. Let's go pull up that screen
looks
now.
Pretty juicy.
So this... Whoa, what am I doing wrong here? That's Riot. Stay with me, guys. Everyone stay with me. With me.
You got it right there below.
I'm not the biggest computer operator.
There you go.
Wow.
2 fingers. There you go.
Apple product. Brett, are we on the screen now?
Yeah.
So up 588 on the day, 4.46%. On the week, the 5-day.
For those of you on the radio, 137.74 closing price for GameStop.
And up on the week, $34.54. What is remarkable is you could have given me, I would have bet any amount of money, any amount. If you look on the screen, you can see AMC is 805.
Yeah.
But GameStop is held up. Something's up with GameStop. You don't have a short that takes it to the moon over 500. There has to be, you haven't heard from the company.
Right.
Now, I apologize if something happened today. I've not read that the company said anything. They haven't done an offering that I could see. They've done nothing. They're mum's the word, and they have a $137 price. They were $4 last year.
What's the market cap?
I mean, this is remarkable that it's holding up.
By
the way, it's not an endorsement of the stock, and I'm not suggesting you should buy it. Do not listen to us. We're only commenting on where it is at this time.
$9.6 billion.
$9.6 billion on a company that was looks to the right here. It's important to look here, right? Weekly gain of 35%. The market cap is just shy of $10 billion, and this stock was $2.57 in the last year, and it was over $483 this year in the last 3 months.
That's just crazy.
And it's holding up, and it's trading millions and millions and millions. GameStop spikes as investors eye cryptic tweet by a shareholder.
Is that
was the Chewy guy, I think, right?
Yeah, or it could have been the deep value guy, the guy that was on Congress there.
I don't know. I have no idea what to say about
It's a $137 stock. That's amazing.
Hey, for those of you who on the show, watching the show on YouTube, we're going to be on the radio this weekend. 1 p.m. on KEIB, 11:50 a.m., Orange County, Los Angeles, or iHeartRadio. Go to the Patriot Network on at 1 o'clock, and you can listen to us anywhere in the world. And I must say that I'm excited about this. But how would we, Josh, I asked the question of Josh and everybody in the room, if you can listen to it anywhere in the world, and I know we're sending merch out. I love the troops. I love the military. My family's in the military. My family was in the Air Force. I joined the Army. I have a little weird story about that, but I joined the Army when I was younger. I was in Air Force auxiliary when I was a kid, flew planes and learned how to fly and stuff. A big military man, big military family. I know you're a big military, thank you for your service, all that. We're really into it. We love the military. If they're able to hear us anywhere, how would we know that where they were? I would love, I would love for someone to DM me a picture and say we heard the program from,
Kandahar.
Yeah, wherever.
Mosul,
right? U.S. troops. And we'll send you merch.
Yeah.
And we'll call you out on the show and talk about where you're stationed. Whatever we can do, right?
That would be
Maybe
awesome.
Send a care package.
For sure.
I want to do something. right? Don't you want to do something?
Yeah.
If we can reach the whole world or the U.S. military by the app on iHeartRadio, I mean, it's a big channel. What do you think, Josh? See, all the good ideas are Josh's ideas.
That's a good idea.
You don't know our producer, but he's right there. I can see him on the screen. He's in another state. That's technology, right?
Absolutely.
You know, I worked hard to recruit this guy.
Yeah.
This guy worked for another company. I worked hard to recruit him, and now he's here with us.
He comes from good genes, I heard.
He does. He's a Nordic guy.
Yeah.
Right? He's a Viking.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy like statuesque.
Yeah, I happen to know.
If I liked men, I'd like Josh.
Yeah.
Is that appropriate? Probably not.
I don't know.
Probably not. Josh is really good looking. And you should see his kids, by the way. Holy smokes. The guy literally produces. The kids are beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny part about it is I've been married to 2 women. My kids are great looking. But there's one guy. So maybe I'm the guy that made them great looking. Although you'd probably argue my wife is the reason.
I would say that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
But anyway, Todd's long Josh, just to let you know.
Yeah, I like Josh.
So there we go.
We're going to wrap it up here. Is there anything you want to cover on the political side, baseball? What's happening this baseball? Is it a risk on? Are we betting on anything this weekend?
Not yet. We can't bet on spring training.
No, you can't?
No, but you can. You can bet on anything.
Wow.
But it's not a plus EV move. They do a lot of rotation in the lineups and the pitching. You know, they barely get any innings in. So yeah, we're gonna look at once the regular season comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing research. We're gonna be making some consulting, like just a little bit of opinions and opportunities for picks. I'm not gonna get into more of the details until the season starts.
I'm hoping to get a vaccine.
You are?
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm fat. I need a vaccine.
Yeah.
I need a vaccine for COVID.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm at Kaiser, so I'm hoping they're going to give me a vaccine soon.
I'm going to stay away from that subject.
You're not getting a vaccine?
Nah, I don't like it. The YouTube algorithms don't like it.
What about you, Brett? You getting a vaccine? Maybe. Right. You're in Nevada, so you just think you're immune. The COVID doesn't exist here. What about you, Josh? You had COVID. Did you get a vaccine yet?
Yeah, I think I had it too.
No, he didn't. You going to get a vaccine, Skylar? I'm getting a vaccine. Sorry, but I know a lot of people that have gotten it, and they're happy they got it, and so I'm hoping for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
I heard something about that one.
What'd you hear?
Well, I'll talk to you about it after.
Oh, boy. Come on.
I don't want to stay away from this stuff.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's science.
What's going on politically next week? Anything exciting?
Not really. I mean, they still have the troops on Capitol Hill for some reason.
They have to extend them for 2 months.
I don't even know why. It's crazy.
Well, they're worried about a political riot coming into the Capitol.
They're getting like bad food. They're getting sick. Political riot. There was never a riot. The FBI came out and said nobody was armed.
Okay. Yeah, I saw them in the Capitol building.
They weren't armed. No shots were fired. How is that an insurrection? It's not.
I got it.
Okay. You brought that up.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You know. It's a good thing, Congressman here. Hey, listen, special thanks to Congressman Aaron Schock.
Yeah, absolutely.
The guy is a beast in real estate. He has never lost an election. He has had a little minor amount of controversy, but he's dealt with it. He is a winner in my book, and he's super smart. And special thanks for Josh for introducing me to him. Not this Josh, but a Josh in New York, a friend of mine. I thought this was an amazing week.
Yeah, I might play a poker tournament this weekend. I bluffed you last time. I don't know. I'm going to look at the schedule. It
seems like you're a little burned out.
I mean,
you want to play poker?
I mean, I had a break from it. Maybe I will play this weekend. I don't know. I'll let you know.
What's Risk On next week?
Risk On's going to be, well, for us personally, Rocket Mortgage, RKT, SOS, RIOT. We'll look at some.
There is no question, by the way. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
There is no question that we are putting our money where our mouth is when it comes to Rocket. I mean, we own it everywhere.
Yeah, we do.
There's no question we're long Rocket.
Right around 25 is sure.
Boeing for sure. Wow, it's a busy week here. It was an incredible week for the market. Workhorse. Have you heard anything about Workhorse at all?
No, nothing from that postal meeting. I'm not sure about that in OSK.
They didn't say a word about it, right?
No, not really. We'll look at some energy stocks next week, and we'll look at a couple of silver and gold miners that I kind of missed on today. Ticker AUMN. I put a bid in for a little bit lower than I should have. I got a little greedy on the entry price. It moved the other way, a couple of pennies. Not a big deal.
You like the silver miner.
Yeah, we're going to revisit that one.
We got to revisit AUMN. You convinced me we got to be long that. We're going to have some metal exposure.
Yeah,
and
for
I think
sure.
people don't realize that they're coming out of the ground and actually mining metal, right?
It's important.
Is that the issue?
It's very important.
I got long the EVgo stock, the CLII. I'm really interested to see what happens with Clover and SPAC Jesus and what's going on with Clover being down at 6 and some change.
Yeah.
People kind of betting against Clover.
Yep.
I'm long, for full disclosure, on Clover. I'm long on Boeing. I'm long on the U.S. Today, when we were down, I looked at everything and said, I'm still long on the market. Sorry, man. I still think it's not going to be that simple. It is. We still have one of the best economies in the world, even though we've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? We spent a lot of dough, a lot of stimulus.
Yeah.
But I was bullish on some of these stocks that I liked at higher levels, and I bought, and I got rewarded today. Been a tough week. A lot of people are scared about the market, but
hey, everyone.
Divergence, man.
Thanks for joining us this week, and I look forward to going live next week. I hope you all join us. Thanks a lot.
Hey, 1 o'clock, EIB, 1150, or iHeartRadio, the Patriot Network. We'll see you next week. This is 24th episode of Risk On. Great time. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing on YouTube. We'll see you live 1 o'clock, 1:05 on Monday. Enjoy the weekend.